Is this real life right now? I wouldn't want to be any of those guys. They did not look like they were having any fun, especially the last girl freaking out. Pretty sure she passed out, and when she woke up, maybe thinking the ride was over. Nope, it wasn't. What is happening, you guys? I'm your host for this one, Landon Do Not Sing, and hopefully you guys are all having an amazing day. And just quickly wanted to say thank you guys so much for all the support you guys have shown on this channel. It's not often we get the chance to say thank you to every single one of you guys, and I love meeting you in real life. I've been seeing so many most amazing fans lately. You've been coming up to me and saying hi, so I've been loving it. Alright, let's get right into this video. Let's get right into what you guys clicked for. This is the top 10 scariest roller coasters you won't believe. And I actually got to work on some of these roller coasters at Canada's Wonderland as a ride operator, which was an amazing experience, so we'll get to that. Alright, starting us off on this list, number 10, we have the Wicked Twister. This roller coaster is absolutely insane. So you start off going forward and it climbs up this very tall spiral, and then you do it all over again in reverse. You go backwards and you go super quick. Going backwards on roller coasters is always a scary time because you can't see what is going on and you're just not used to that way of moving. This roller coaster is 215 feet tall and goes 72 miles an hour, and it's located at Cedar Point. It's so crazy, but this ride opened up 2002, and in the second season for this roller coaster, support beams were needed to be added because there was a chance of the ride not being able to support himself. Luckily, the mistake has been spotted and the ride has been open ever since. Moving into number 9, we have the Steel Dragon 2000. This is one of the biggest roller coasters in the world, and it's also the longest riding coasters in the world. Just seeing from the pictures of this ride, it looks very intimidating. This roller coaster is not for the faint of heart. This roller coaster uses more steel than any other coaster, and it cost $52 million to make. Luckily, Donald Trump's tariffs weren't around back then, you know, on steel, because it would have cost a whole lot more. Like, I think so, 25% more, 30% more? There was actually an accident on this ride back in 2003 when an axle came loose on one of the trains that caused a passenger to have serious back injuries. Also, a 28-year-old man who was swimming in the park, I guess he was down below, he also got injured because something flew off the track. We have the world's most inversions on a roller coaster at number 8. I wouldn't say the name fits with this one, but we're talking about the Smiler. It has 14 inversions and it opened up 2013 in the UK in Alton Towers. I think there has been more tears and screams on this ride than there's been smiles. This ride actually has a pretty bad history behind it. During the opening press preview of this ride, there was a malfunction that delayed the official opening date by 2 months. 2013, 48 people were evacuated from the ride after a piece of debris fell from a section on the track. Another time, 4 people were injured when they were struck by guide wheels. 2015, a train carrying 16 riders and traveling 20 miles an hour collided with an empty stationary train. Everyone needed medical treatment and 5 were seriously injured. In fact, 2 people required partial leg amputations in the weeks following the accident.
At what point was it discussed that you might lose it?
I was laid in the bed and there was multiple people around me. There was a lot of surgeons, so obviously they had to get plastics involved and everything like that.
What an absolute nightmare this girl had to go through. She was rewarded 5 million British pounds, but it just doesn't seem worth it. Moving into number 7 on this list, we have the Formula Rossa roller coaster, which is known to be the fastest roller coaster in the world.
Oh crap!
This ride goes 240 kilometers an hour, and it gets to that speed in just 4.9 seconds. So even the acceleration is intense. The ride is located at Ferrari World in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. This ride gives you 4.8 G's of force, which makes it feel like your stomach is falling right out of your body. That's more G-force than a shuttle launch or a fighter jet. You go so fast on this ride, and you can actually see people's skins just waving in the wind, and you need to wear eye protection for this ride. From the world's fastest ride, now to the world's steepest roller coaster at number 6. We have the Tacky Beitia ride located in Yamanashi, Japan. And it's famous for its 121-degree angle drop, making it the steepest in the world. This ride cost 3 billion yens, which is about $30 million in USD. It's made out of steel because it needs the strength to be able to support such a drop. This ride has many records in the Guinness World Record books. This ride does have 7 inversions. You accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in just 2 seconds. This is as fast as the world's fastest car. It's faster than a Porsche 918 Spider, any Tesla cars, Ferraris, Lambos, Bugattis. This roller coaster is fast. Number 5 is a ride that I've been on multiple times, and in fact, I was able to work on this ride. This ride I'm talking about is the Behemoth roller coaster located at Canada's Wonderland. So many people freak out on this ride because of how small the restraints are. So many people would sit there and then I would perform, safety checks on them, and they always question like, is that it? Is there anything else going on? You guys are looking at the picture right now. There's no restraints that go over your shoulder. The extra protection that we need. So many people actually got up. So we had to actually pull up all the restraints on everyone, get those people off the ride, load up 2 more if we want to load up 2 more, and then get it going again. So there's a lot of delays on this ride because of that reason, but it's a pretty crazy and intense ride. Behemoth was the tallest and fastest roller coaster in Canada until 2012. Another ride beat it. And we're actually gonna get to that ride right now. So at number 4, we have the Leviathan. This ride opened up just a few years after I worked at Canada's Wonderland. I was there for 2 seasons working there, ride operating, and I've been back to Wonderland once, maybe twice more. I wanted to go ride this ride, the Leviathan. I was there the year it opened up. Very long lineup, but it was pretty worth it. But you know what? Once I went to Disney World to Disneyland, I don't care for the long lineups anymore. At Canada's Wonderland, it's just, the lines are ridiculous. It's out in the sun, and now rides just make me dizzy. I guess I'm getting older, guys. The Leviathan is one of the longest rides in the world. It's 5,486 feet long and 306 feet tall. It's the tallest and fastest roller coaster in Canada. Is this real life right now? My ears are bleeding, and did that kind of sound like a kettle, like when the kettle is ready? I'd play the clip again, but I don't want you guys to unsubscribe. Moving into number 3, we have the Kingda Ka. To be honest with you guys, I've never heard of this ride. But while I was doing the research for this, so many people were calling this the scariest ride of all time. And the reason why it's not at number 1 is because, well, there's a new ride being built that looks even more terrifying than this one, but we'll get to that shortly. Kingda Ka is currently known as the tallest roller coaster in the world, and it's the 2nd fastest. This ride is located at Six Flags Great Adventure in Jackson, New Jersey. Usually roller coasters start off going slow, it goes like choo-choo-choo-choo-choo until you get up to the very top, and then you start dropping, and then that's when you start speeding up. Well, for Kingda Ka, you just blast right away, and you don't know when it's gonna happen.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, when you guys go up there, there's also a twist in the track. So just quickly, because it's not a roller coaster, but at number 2, we have a very tall drop tower. In the middle of this ride, Kingda Ka, when I was doing the research for it, there's another ride. This is like Inception, a ride within a ride. The ride is called Zoomin Djaro, aka the Drop of Doom, which is the world's tallest drop tower. Alright, so that guy passed out, but you didn't really get to see how tall this ride was. So here is the ride starting out. And now let's fast forward it a bit to where we get to the drop. So this is the view you guys are looking at the top of this ride. It seems pretty close to skydiving heights. Finally, at number 1, we have the Polar Coaster. This roller coaster is still under construction. We'll take a look. I don't even know how to explain that thing. It's been under construction since 2012. Very long time, and I guess they're having problems with it. When completed, it will be the world's longest roller coaster, the world's tallest roller coaster, and it's gonna have probably the biggest drops. This looks absolutely insane, and I'm not sure if I'm ready for it. Well, there you guys have it, you guys made it to the end of this video. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks so much for tuning into our channel. I was your host for this one, Landon Do Not Sing, and I'll see you all in the next most amazing top 10 video.